so welcome back to Lex Reads. So in today's video, I wanted to talk about popular books that I have not read. And when I tell you there's so many, I condensed the list down to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8. I know I'm going to do a part 2 because there's so many. You guys know that I always like to focus on backlist books. I like books that I classify them as hidden gems. I like books that no one really talks about, no one really knows. What I like, that's what I gravitate towards. And yeah, it's rare when I read a book that everyone else is reading. A lot of times I like to, like when a book first comes out, I have to like really like the author or just like really want to read it. But a lot of times I'll wait until the hype goes down and then I'll read it after. I do that with TV shows too. But I say all that to say, I wanted to obviously dedicate a video talking about, this topic. So the first is Colleen Hoover's books. Girl. Now y'all know I love romance, all right? But I'm gonna be honest with y'all, I might sound some type of way. I like Black romances. I rarely read. I've read about maybe one white romance book. And I liked that. I can't even remember what it was. I'm saying I liked it. I can't remember what it was. Ooh, Lord. I know I listened to it. And it was alright. But, if I'm going to jump into the romance, I'm going to do us. That's all I'm going to say. Now, everybody and their mama been talking about Colleen Hoover. I don't know the name of the books, but it looked like every book that she come out with, everybody talking about it. It's all be posted on TikTok and Instagram and all that. Right now, I don't think I'm going to be reading any of her books. It might change, but if you ask me, like right now, no ma'am. Next is Sally Rooney, Ordinary People, I believe. Now, y'all, I have one of her books. Beautiful World, Where Are You? And I don't know why I bought that book. I really do not know why. But I remember when it came out on Hulu, they had a TV show, right? Actually, both of her books have turned into like miniseries. But I tried to watch that twice, well, actually 3 times. And I spreaded it out and couldn't get down with it, y'all. And what I did is I just watched like some reading vlogs of people reading it here on YouTube. And I'm like, oh, okay, no, I don't want to read that. And after watching the vlogs, I'm like, yeah, girl, no, I don't want to read that. But I remember when that came out, everybody was talking about that. So yes. Next is, this is kind of shocking. Well, not shocking, but y'all don't come for me. I have not read all of Harry Potter. Now, I read the first one, half of the second one, and then I have the first, second. I think I need 3 more of the books. There's 7 books in the series, right? Because I want to say 2021. I have the HBO Max, and they had all of her, all the movies on there. And I watched the first one, and I was like, "Oh, this is kind of good. I think I'm gonna go read, Harry Potter." Because growing up, I couldn't read that, even if I was a reader. My aunts would not let me read that. Okay, but I read it, and I did like it. And then I started on the second one, and I just got distracted. But I remember going to Target and buying like the paperback books, but like still didn't read them. So yeah, I just need, I think 3 more or something like that. But I have to be in a mood to read that, and that one, and at that time I was in the mood of reading it. And then I remember I was reading that second one, like I said, and I think I picked something else up and got distracted and never got back in the game with it. And that was in 2021, and we're already in 2023. So yeah. Okay. Next is the Bronte Sisters. Now, y'all know classics don't really do nothing for me. Certain classics, okay? And sometimes the reason why is I feel like that they can be just laborious. And yeah, they can just be a bore. Now, I have read of classics like in the Bronte sister type of era, like I've read some Emily Dickinson. I've read some, what's the girl that wrote Pride and Prejudice? Jane Austen. And girl, I didn't really like that. But one Bronte sister that I really want to read and got the book, I want to say yesterday, is Anne Bronte. Anne Bronte was the youngest of the three, and she's the one that is less known. And y'all know this up my alley, all right? She wrote 2 books. The book that I want to read by her is called The Tenet of Wall. I'll put a picture of the book up, but I literally just got it yesterday. And I wanted to read that because, first of all, like I said, she's like the lesser known of all the girls. But they consider it the first feminist novel. And then I know the premise is it's a woman named Helen. She's married to a man that like is an alcoholic, and like he's a real alcoholic, and she has a son. And what she does is she like moves and becomes a tenant at that place. And yeah, that's all I know. If you really dive into the Bronte sisters, they had a brother, Patrick, that he struggled with alcoholism and drug abuse. And he had like an affair with like he was like a tutor, and he had an affair with his employer's wife, and like it went downhill from there. Like no one wanted to hire him. He was like scarred from that. But they say that it was kind of loosely based, or not even loosely based. It was, some of the bits were inspired by Patrick. So I found that interesting. But yeah, I really want to read that. I have Jane Eyre, but I know what that's about. I don't think I want to read that. But I do think I might want to read Emily's only book, which is Wuthering Heights. But right now we go stick to Anne Bronte, okay? Because like I said, sometimes those can be a bore. But next is Hemingway. Have not read any Hemingway. What is he known for? The Old Man and the Sea. He's known for a lot of stuff. I am open to reading Hemingway. I honestly am. So that probably will change. What I'll do is maybe read like one of his popular books that he's known for, and then start from there, and then probably read a book that like, you know, didn't get a lot of like praise or recognition. But that's probably what I'm gonna do when I start with Hemingway. All right. Next is Faulkner. Now I know what Faulkner book I want to read, and I have it. It's called As I Lay Dying, I believe. I have that book. And yeah, I just know a little bit about Faulkner, so I'm going to give him a try. Next is Charles Dickinson. I don't even own a Charles Dickinson book. No, I don't. Now, I know like I've seen, which just doesn't count, but like, you know, the Christmas carols, I've seen the movies and all the adaptations, but you know, obviously the adaptations can be different from the book, whatever. But, and then I know like the premise of Oliver Twist, and you know, no, I don't know which one I'm gonna start with though. I think I might start with Oliver Twist. I just think I might. Yeah, I think I might start with Oliver Twist. But I think, you know what intimidated me by Dickens was the amount of the book. That book is massive. Said in the past where I'm not intimidated by big books, girl, sometimes I still can be, okay? And I think, and you know why? I'm intimidated by books that are have a lot of pages that are like classic books that are written like in 1900s, because again, like I said, they can be kind of boring to me. But I gotta give Dickens a try. I mean, come on now, it's Dickens. I think every like serious reader, or not even serious reader, but like a lot of people, and I am generalizing, I think a lot of people have read Dickens. I'm like, girl, you gotta read it. You gotta read at least one Dickens before you leave this earth. So, oh girl, you know what? That might be a fun vlog for me, just to read at least one of his works and, you know, see if I like it or not. Yeah, I might do that. I might do that. All right, and then the last one is also a popular one. And girl, yet again, haven't read it, is Moby Dick. Don't know what it's about. Never seen any of the movies. Yeah, and girl, Ishmael, yeah. I don't know if I'm gonna ever read that. I really don't have a desire to. What I might do is just, which sounds horrible, go on Wikipedia and read the synopsis and say, oh, okay, that's what happened. I don't have a desire to read that, if I'm just gonna be honest, and I don't feel bad about it. So, yeah, girl. So yeah, guys, that's it when it comes to popular books that I have not read. I know I'm gonna do a part 2 because I literally just scratched the surface, because there are a lot of books that are popular and that I have not read. And I don't have no shame in my game, okay? I would say out of this list, it's 3 people. Wait, 1, 2. It's 4 people I want to read. I want to read one of the Bronte sisters. I want to read Hemingway, Faulkner, and Dickinson. That's it. Yeah, that's it. That's all I want to read from this list of popular books. So, yeah, guys, that's all I have for you. I'll be back with more Black books. Bye.